Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We are meeting after a gap for the Taittiriya Bhashya classes. I think the last class was 6-7 months ago. I don't even remember. But in that class, we had just finished looking at what is called Pravesha Shruti. What is Pravesha Shruti? Pravesha Shruti is that portion of the Taittiriya Upanishad Anandavalli which talks about the so-called entry of Brahman into the names and forms in the universe. How all the names and forms in the universe are non-separate from Brahman, but the same thing cannot be said the opposite way. You cannot say that Brahman has become the names and forms, because it is both for two reasons. One is it is abhinna nimitta upadana karanam, means it is both the material, which means it is the pot, and it is also what? The intelligence which abides in the head of the potter. Which abides in the head of the potter, which abides as the potter's knowledge. So that is Brahman. And the clay is also what? Being Prithvi, Tattva. The clay is also Brahman. Everything is Brahman. Nothing is separate from Brahman. And then, but in the process of creating, okay, we can't even say creating because it is more of a abhivyakti than a srishti. Abhivyakti means what? Manifestation. Srishti means creation. When it's a small difference, but then it's actually a very interesting difference, because when I say created, it's almost like something new. But if you say manifested, the possibilities were already there. And as the physicists will tell us, the possibilities just collapsed, means got realized. That's why physicists love Vedanta. Yeah, they don't see a red rag at all. When they encounter Vedanta, they are thrilled. Whether they read the Chando, whether they study the Chandogya Upanishad or the Taittiriya Upanishad, they are very, very thrilled, because it does not contradict another pramana called inference, upon which physics and all the other sciences are based. This is very important, because the pramanyam, the status of being a pramana, comes why? Because it does not contradict itself. There is no self contradiction, and there is no contradiction from outside either. There is no internal contradiction, there is no external contradiction. That's how it's got the status of being a valid means of knowledge known as pramana. That is why it works. So the first reason here, which we are talking about, is that this Brahman being everything is because it is in the role of the manifesting intelligence and the material together. Abhinna nimitta upadana karanam. Only Brahman can enjoy that status of abhinnatvam, the one and only thing where the intelligence and the material are residing in the same entity. So, for example, if you go to the shop and buy a pot, the potter, the one who made the pot, he or she does not come along with you, along with their family members, their pet cat, and all these things. They don't come, right? But if you look at the pot, if you look at anything in the universe from the standpoint of Brahman, it is abhinna nimitta, abhinna upadana. It is the cause is both material cause and the the knowledge behind how to use and manifest that material. It's the same. You don't find this in the universe. Anything you do, there will be a separation. So if you order food from, what is that called these days? What is that? Uh, Piggy, yes. Piggy, Swiggy. Yeah. Piggy ordered from Swiggy. Okay. Yeah. And then what happened? The food came. The delivery boy also did not deliver himself along with the food. Right here, I'm also there, I'm also here. No, you only get the food, you don't get the cook of the food, you don't get the deliverer of the food. It is bhinna. Anything you see is bhinna. Whatever you purchase, the person who has made does not come along with it. But only in Brahman there is abhinna. Abhinnatvam of what? Nimitta karana. The knowledge that goes into manifesting something, an intelligently put together creation. That intelligence is called nimitta here. That knowledge is called nimitta here. And then upadana means the material. So if you want to make a cake, you can borrow the flour from where? From your friend's house. Where will Brahman go? Oh, so sad, Brahman has no friends. No, that's not the point here. The point here is not Brahman has no friends, but there is nothing other than Brahman. So that is the whole idea. So the first thing is abhinna nimitta upadana karanatvam. This has to be understood. That is why we say sat cha tyat cha abhavat. And that which has murta. Murta means that which has form, that which has no form. Like what? Akasha and, hello, show me one sign of life at least. Vayu. Yeah, Akasha, Vayu. And the other things, the things that don't have forms, Akasha, Vayu. Things that do have forms, the other three tattvas. Plus everything, the bhautikas, all the elementals that have come from there also are included. So then this is the so abhinna nimitta upadana karanatvam. We have to understand fully to be able to appreciate this section of how Brahman, quote unquote, became everything. Sat cha tyat cha abhavat. And then what else? Niruktam cha aniruktam cha. Why so many cha cha cha? As though we are talking about steps in a dance, cha cha cha. No, no. The manifold cha means everything in between nirukta and anirukta. So nirukta means what? That again, same thing. Murta, amurta, same thing. Nirukta, anirukta. Nirukta means that which can be categorically said to be existent. Anirukta, that which cannot be categorically said to be existent. Nilayana, nilayana means that which is or has an ashraya. Anilayana, that which doesn't have an ashraya. Like fragrance wafting from somewhere. Pakodas are being made somewhere else, and the fragrance is coming somewhere else. It has no nilayana. Okay, so like this, nilayana and nirukta are one and the same. Bhashya is going to tell that. Then already said that, and then nirukta and nilayana one and the same. Anirukta, anilayana one and the same. So then it has become within heavy quotes. We have to, if you are a Vedantin, you have to after November 26th, you have to hold your hands like this all the time, as though you have to keep saying, okay, yeah. Then only people will take you seriously. Oh, okay, at least some change after 6-month course. What? You're using air quotes all the time. This is how one learns to, and in our cognition, this has to be very much there. Very much there. So then this is the thing. It is everything. It is non-separate from everything. But then the second thing we have to remember is that therefore we cannot say Brahman has become everything. That is a very unbecoming statement. That Brahman has become everything is a terribly unbecoming statement. Why? Why is it an unbecoming statement? Because that means it is like limit. There are limits. Okay. Yeah. Come. Please close the door here. Come tightly. So it has become everything means what? That there is no more Brahman. Anantya hanihi means there is a loss of this Satyam Jnanam Anantam. This Anantam is not there, then that means it is Anantya hanihi syat. Otherwise, what will we have on our hands? We'll have a very funny situation where the limitlessness of Brahman is not there. Why? Poor thing, it started to manifest as this, that, and the other, and then in between also. Niruktam, aniruktam cha means atyanta abhava is also there. That which is neither nirukta nor anirukta, if there is something like that, that is also Brahman. Non-separate from Brahman. That's why there are so many chas. सच्च त्यच्च भवत् निरुक्तञ्च निरुक्तञ्च निलयनञ्च निलयनञ्च. How many chas? विज्ञानञ्च विज्ञानञ्च सत्यञ्च नृतञ्च सत्यमभवत्. Too many chas, more chas than the words themselves. This is a very interesting ploy by the Upanishad to make sure that everything in between is covered. Even in the Kathopanishad, we have this. Baby Nachi goes to Yama, Lord Yama, for instruction. And then his, what is that, mind-blowing question is what? He says, Anyatra dharmat, Anyatra adharmat, Anyatra asmat, Kritat akritat, Anyatra bhutat cha, Bhavyat cha, Yat pashyasi tadvada. Other than dharma, other than adharma, other than that which is a product. All these things, other than karma, other than dharma, what you see, and other than the past and the future. But because there are two chas in between, that extra cha connotes the present. There also. Here also same thing. So the cha, that means what? Brahman is everything, and in order to be everything, it cannot be anything in particular. This we have to understand. Otherwise, it cannot be everything. If it has to be everything, it has to be nothing in particular. This we have to absolutely understand. And here, because it is Pravesha Shruti, because it is the whole part of the entry of Brahman into the so-called created Jagat, we have to see that the Brahman that we are talking about is nothing other than Bhagavan. Brahman endowed with Maya Shakti. We have seen this already. Brahman endowed with Maya Shakti, Bhagavan, Bhagavati. Here, this Bhagavan is the one who is manifest as everything. And that what is that everything? That everything starts with one's own body, one's own mind, one's own antahkarana, one's own senses. And it also is the interesting demarcation, the point of difference between so-called difference between the difference that is wrongly internalized as a difference between Jiva and Ishvara. This is the problem. Because we saw briefly today, and that's what I'm going to talk about here, about the three orders of reality. So first we have what? Paramarthikam Sat. Paramarthikam means what? There is no need to study because there is no ignorance. Yes? It's the absolute reality, which is what? Satchidananda Atma, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. That's all there is. And that is the reality. It is the reality. It is, in fact, the only reality. There's no other reality. Then what do you mean by three orders of reality? Where did the other two come from? Why did the other two come in? The other two came in because of our own stubbornness. We are mandus. Mandu means stubborn. Yeah. So, and and we are not able to be in line, in keeping with our own ignorance, in keeping with our own limitations. These three orders of reality, the Shastra is kind enough to talk about these three orders of reality as something which has to be understood. So all that there is Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Nothing else matters. If it matters, then we have to look at the other two realities, so-called orders of reality. And then this is what is talked about here: Sat cha tyat cha abhavat. And then Sat here is Murta, Amurta, we saw. Then again Satyam cha Anritam cha abhavat. There Satyam, because it is contrasted with Anritam, cannot be Satyam as Satyam Brahma, Jnanam Brahma. That's not what is being talked about. Because now we have what is called a Vyakritam Jagat, a manifest universe. And in this manifest universe, there will be what? Diversification of objects. There is a subject object difference. Many objects perceived by one subject. Who? Poor old me. That's what. So many objects confronting one jnata, knower, pramata, manta, thinker, feeler, drashta, seer, vijnata, all this. One person. Why one person? There are so many people in the room. No, one person, because the subject is always one. Upadhis are many, bodies are many, minds are many, mistakes regarding the Atma are also many. But one subject, that's what it is, one I. Even grammatically, I, one singular. So it is all, the whole Shastra unfolds itself beautifully from the standpoint of this singular subject. For this Jiva, this helpless, hopeless, helpless, jaded, faded Jiva, this whole series of Upanishads. The Upanishad buffet is given. Yes. First 10 main dishes, for which Adi Shankara dished out a commentary, Bhashya. Then after that, 108 side dishes. Then newer Upanishads, older Upanishads, so many Upanishads. Then still more small things like Prakarana Granthas. Advaita, Makaranda, Atma Bodha, Tattva Bodha. Then what else is there? Aparoksha, Anubhuti. Then we have to get all the, then we have Eka Shloki, only one verse. Then we have three verses, Pratasmaranam. Then we have many Panchakams. Then Kaupina Panchakam, the quintet of the loincloth. And then what else do we have? Then we have Manisha Panchakam, yeah, Sadhana Panchakam, Kashi Panchakam, Maya Panchakam, Pancha Panchakams. Yeah. Then we have this Shatkam, sextets. What are they? Nirvana Shatkam. What else? Atma Shatkam. Same thing. I cheated there because both of them, both of them are the same one. So like this, we have Shatkam. Then we have so many Ashtakams. Totaka Ashtakam, Shuka Ashtakam, Dosha Parihara Ashtakam. Yeah, like this, so many Ashtakams are there. Octets. Navakams are also there. Dasha Shloki is there. Like this, all these, this is the smorgasbord we call in America. Smorgasbord means like a whole full array of many kinds of dishes, all for this grieving jiva. Grivati means shochati, keeps on getting sad. For this sad, to cheer up this sad fellow permanently, for the permanent cheering up of this sad fellow, the Mother Shruti just unleashes the cornucopia of all these Upanishads just for this fellow. And who is this fellow? The one who is looking out at the quote unquote created slash manifested Jagat. The onlooker of this manifest Jagat, this manifested Jagat, is the one who is in trouble. So first we have Paramarthika Satta. What is Paramarthika Satta? Absolute reality. What is absolute reality? That which has no diversification, that which is only Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, that which cannot be pointed to, that which is oneself, where there is no subject-object difference, where there is no pain, no sorrow, no nothing except just this Swarupa Ananda. That is there. That is there. But then we have this Vyakritam Jagat now. Vyakritam Jagat. The Vyakritam Jagat, how do we know there is a manifest Jagat? Because I am looking at it, that's how I know that there is a manifest Jagat. And so this manifest Jagat, I am the one who is cognizing the manifest Jagat. The manifest Jagat being Achetana. Achetana means what? Sentient. Am I right? No, trick question. Yeah. So, Achetanam Jagat means insentient Jagat. So, this insentient Jagat does not have the ability to say, I am samosa. It doesn't have the ability to say that. Come, eat me, aa jao, kha jao. It doesn't have the ability to say that. It doesn't say, I am cake. It doesn't say, I am samosa. It doesn't say, I am Ganga, come. It doesn't say that. It doesn't have the ability to say that. That's why it is insentient. I have to cognize that. Who is this I? The conscious subject, which is only one. This conscious subject has to cognize the manifest Jagat, and the manifest Jagat has come into being by this very complex process that we saw called Bahu Bhavanam. Bahu Bhavanam means the process of quote unquote becoming many. By this complex process and how this Bahu Bhavanam happened, all this we saw. And then what did we see? We saw that now there are many things. What all Brahman is not. It is Sat, it is Tyat, it is Murta, it is Amurta, it is Nirukta, it is Anirukta, it is Nilayana, it is Anilayana, and it is everything in between as well. Okay, so and then the manifest Jagat, and then the Jiva lived happily ever after along with Iswara. End of story. We don't even need any more classes. Am I right? No. The manifest Jagat almost immediately became the cause of severe problems. So the manifest Jagat is called Vyavaharikam Sat. Satyancha, Nritancha, that's Satyam, which is contrasted with Anritam. This is called Vyavaharikam Sat. Vyavaharika means Vyavaharikam, Vyavahara Yogyam. Vyavaharika. Yeah, I think it may be tak. Yeah, that may be the suffix. We'll have to look into that. So Vyavaharikam, and so Vyavaharika means Vyavahara Yogya. Yogya means that which is transactable, fit for transaction. Vyavahara Yogya. That's what I mean. I have to cognize everything. And then it becomes, when I cognize it, why will I cognize it? So many things are there, I'm not going about cognizing them. Why? Because there is no interest in them, there is no desire for them, therefore I don't cognize them. I only appear to cognize things which I want. Either positively, which I want, or which I want to stay away from. Those are the things that I cognize. Right? And then so therefore, in the process of this cognition, there are filters. 2 filters generally speaking, and then many more filters we can add. What are the 2 filters? Raga, Dvesha. So the 2 filters through which the whole universe of names and forms is cognized. Raga, Dvesha filters. I love, I hate. I want, I don't want. Yesterday I wanted, today, bye bye. I don't want. Today I want to get rid of it. And we'll go to great extent to get the things one wants, and then to retain the things one has got, one wants and one has got, and to get rid of the things that one has got but one doesn't want anymore, like wrinkles, so many things. Yeah. So therefore, we go to great extents to do that, and so therefore, so this Jagat is not just Paramaharthika and Vyavaharika. There is also one more order of reality, my personal reality, my personal projection over the Vyavaharika is the cause of sorrow. This is called Pratibhasikam. Pratibhasikam means Swakale Satyavat Bhati. Prabodhe sati asad bhavet. Swakale means in its time, in the heat of the moment. Swakale, in the heat of the moment when I'm having these strong emotions when confronted by a benign object in the universe. Swakale satyavat bhati. It shines as though it is real. And then later on, I see it is a rope, not a snake. The best example is of Pratibhasika is what? Rope snake. That is an example for many things, including this. To illustrate Pratibhasikam, rope snake again becomes a wonderful example. So, then we have so this Pratibhasika is the cause of sorrow, not the Jagat. The Jagat is not the cause of sorrow. How I feel about the Jagat is the cause of sorrow. The Jagat is a projection. It is not a toxic projection. The word toxic is very popular now. Yeah. Toxic relationships, toxic this, toxic friends. Huh? Toxic? Air, yes, but it is not just used for air. It used to be used for air. But then we can say he or she has a toxic air about him or her. Yeah. So in that way also we can use it. So this word toxic has gained a lot of traction these days. You overuse it. So like this, how is it, oh, this is a toxic relationship? Then why were you in it for 25 years? For 24 and a half years it was not toxic. Suddenly it became toxic in the last 4 months. How did that happen? That is again not having to do with not having to do with the Jagat in the form of that relationship, but having to do with my own ways in which I look at that situation, events, people, things, objects, everything. It has everything to do with how I look at that. And so therefore, this Pratibhasika is also not away from Brahman. So first we have to understand what is Pratibhasika, my own projection. So if it is my own projection, then one can say it's a parallel reality to Bhagavan's projection. Bhagavan is projecting at the macro level and I am projecting at the micro level. I am projecting through my dreams. In dream and in the waking state also I am projecting. So one can say that easily. But the individual's projection, the Pratibhasika Satta, is also unfolding. This is the beauty of Brahman within the Brahman's manifestation. just brilliant and amazing how it has been put. So the raw material, how does this happen? Let us look at Pratibhasika a little more in detail. What is the raw material for Pratibhasika? This is a question that's already been answered. What is the raw material? Raga, Dvesha. In my strong preferences, Raga, Dvesha, strong prejudices. These are the raw materials for Pratibhasika. Where did they come from? Hmm? Samskara, Vasana, where did, then again we'll have to ask a question. Where did Samskara come from? Where did Vasana come from? Then, huh? Huh? Yeah, yeah, you can say all that, but ultimately what happens is that it is experiences, all that we can say, early childhood trauma, experiences, everything we can say. You can even bring in past life if you want. Yeah, you can go wherever you want. But right, past life also is in the form of the present. Yeah, that's why I don't really go so much for past life. Otherwise, you'll just be remaining in the past. Already, we have trouble remaining in the present, being in the present. And then you go for what is that called? Nadi astrology. Yeah. People go and get their Nadi astrology read. Invariably, everybody had a past life in Sri Lanka. I don't know why. I don't know why, but invariably. And then why are you born now? Because you insulted a sadhu in the last life. Yeah, or something like that. So all these things. We are not interested in that. We are interested in here and now. Here and now there is a store, the warehouse. And it's good to call it warehouse because it is spelled Where, warehouse. Where is this house? We don't know. But it is a warehouse of ragadveshas called the unconscious mind, from where the raga dveshas emerge, create, like asuras, create havoc, and then go back and sleep. This is the unconscious mind. Why is it called unconscious mind? Because who wants to have raga dveshas and wreak havoc on the universe? Tell me. Nobody is raising their hands. So that means what? I don't want it. Yet I get angry. Yet I get upset. Yet I get sad. Yet I get disappointed. Yet I feel like beating somebody up even though I don't follow on those thoughts. So therefore that means what? That these feelings are there. That means there is this even though I don't want this, I don't want to have to be run by these ragadveshas, I'm constantly surprised by them. Just like when you go into a room and you just entered your room, you don't know anything else. And then it's all dark, you turn on the light, suddenly everybody comes out from under the bed and says, what? Surprise! Happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy something. Surprise! Big surprise. But really, that was a happy surprise. The raga dveshas, when they come out and yell surprise, it's like, you are still here. I thought I did so much work on you. That's why I went to 6-month course in Rishikesh. You are still here. Not only you are still here, you are still coming out in various ways. What is wrong with you? This is the surprise, not a very happy surprise. That's why it is the unconscious mind. And here it's almost like the jiva is in competition with Iswara, to create. But of course, jiva's creation is an inhibited creation, an inhibited projection. Happening, why is it inhibited? Because it's happening within Ishvara's projection. It's not outside of Ishvara's projection. That's why even the asuras they were all devotees gone wrong. Take Ravana, he was a Shiva Bhakta. Shiva's Bhakta he was. And then, please don't try to share, the screen. Okay, we are having a class here. How do I do this? Give me 1 second. Come. Well, how do you unshare the screen? Yeah, okay. Don't share the screen, all right? Yeah. So, Thank you for Dakshinamurti Darshan. Very nice. Yeah. So then we have the the individual projection is happening within what? Ishvara's projection, not outside. That's just now Dakshinamurti projected himself onto the screen. Yeah. Very nice. And so, like this. So, it's happening within that. That's why all our asuras are just, they're not like devil. We don't have devil or evil minus D. Yeah. So, we don't have that. This is not a parallel reality to Bhagavan. So, therefore, this is very important to understand that the raw material for the Pratibhasika is the unconscious mind, which is what? In keeping with the laws of Bhagavan, in the form of the psychological order. The psychological order is the law of Bhagavan, and in that law, my own mind, my own mad mind, is included in that law. That itself should be eminently comforting. Terribly comforting it should be. Otherwise, I just feel so one would feel so lonely. I'm all alone. Nobody feels like I do. That is the alienation. That is the sorrow. A very quick fix to the alienation, even in the everyday life, is to see that it is no longer your sorrow, no longer your jealousy, no longer your pain, no longer your inhibitions, no longer your lack of self-confidence. Then whose is it? Don't say it is Ishvara's, okay? It is ultimately Ishvara's, but there is a way of arriving at that, which is very, very beautiful to see. So the first step is to say that this is happening within the order. Because why? Because given this background, I have a particular background. Given this background, the person will grow up to be like this. This is a law. What is that called? Adult children of alcoholic parents. There is a law. This is how they will be. They will have trust issues. They will have, they will be avoidant in nature. They won't be able to make connections very easily because their parents were more or less absent. So they did not have role models. This is one example of how it would be. And then I saw one cartoon in somebody showed me this cartoon. Somebody's office, they had put that. What was that? Adult children of normal parents annual function, annual convention. And then so there was the big auditorium, balloons, big banner which said first annual adult children of normal parents. And then there were seats, big auditorium, there were speakers. For the speakers, there was a big, panel. And then there was water glasses kept and note paper, pen, pad, everything was there. Only one thing was missing. Neither they were speakers nor they were attendees. Meaning, how many people have adult children how many people are adult children of normal parents? Answer is no one. Yes. So like this. So therefore, if somebody has trust issue, it is there. It is a law. If somebody has issues with self confidence, or with decision making, it's part of a law. It's no longer. If somebody has depression, it is part of a law. Given this hopelessness, given this background of hopelessness, that the hopelessness will come out in this particular way, will be attached to the mind in this particular way. It's a law. Therefore, it no longer becomes my hopelessness. It no longer becomes my sorrow. It no longer becomes my issue. It's the Lord in the form of the psychological order that is Pratibhasikam. That is why it is Brahman all the way. It's not standing outside. It is within this order called Brahman Ishvara. And so the Pratibhasika means that the pain, the sorrow, everything that is there is included in Brahman. No, but why are you only focusing on pain and sorrow? Why are you not focusing on joy? Because joy is not a problem. Sorrow is the problem. That I am Sukhi. Nobody complains. I have a problem. Oh, Swami, I have come to see you. Why? Because I have a problem. What is your problem? These days I'm very, very happy. I don't know why, but I'm happy all the time. Nobody complains. We only complain when we are dukhi, not sukhi. And the dukhi, what? When will you become sukhi? When I have a cookie, then I will be sukhi. Then we complain. Why cookie is not available? That's why I'm dukhi. So this is the complaint. So then there is the antahkarana, which is the storehouse, the warehouse of the unconscious mind. Is Ishvara Srishti. It is not Jiva Srishti. Ishvara's creation, it's not Jiva's creation. Because growing up in a certain household, the child thinks the parents must be crazy. One minute they say, oh, do this. Then second minute they say, don't do this. Do something else. Why did you do this? One day they reward me for doing this. Another day they get absolutely berserk. They get mad. What is happening? The child doesn't understand. And then especially if there is trauma in early childhood, there is no way the child can process that. Yeah, the child cannot process that at all. And so therefore, the child has inability to process that. And since the child has inability to process that, Bhagavan creates a little plume over that pain. The child forgets and plays, cries for a bit, and then I'm ready, grows up, and then becomes an adult when the brain cells are there to process the pain. Then when a similar situation to the childhood has to happen, a relationship of trust, a friendship of trust, and then all the unconscious comes out. Everything comes out. That's why, after the marriage, it is called honeymoon period. Very short period where you only see the good in the other person. After that, what's wrong with you? Why are you doing this to me? And the person says, I don't even know you. What are you talking about? Especially in Indian arranged marriages. You're always like this. What do you mean always? We've been only married for 3 months, the other spouse says. But this is one finally feels safe enough to feel unsafe. This is the unconscious coming out, and then it is also projected onto the teachers. This is also what happens. This is also a projection that happens. That's why we have to keep chanting Ma Vidvishavahai. May we not misunderstand one another. We have to keep chanting. So this Pratibhasika is so beautiful. See the beauty of it. So this Pratibhasika, this is the storehouse, the unconscious mind is Ishvara's creation, so that I could grow up safe. I could grow up healthy. I could grow up strong. I could grow up to now take care of this unconscious. Take care of the trust issues. Take care of all the pain, the sorrow, everything. So I could grow up to do that. This is a very beautiful thing. So this is Ishvara Srishti. This is not Jiva Srishti, this is Ishvara Srishti. Antahkarana, the unconscious mind, Ishvara Srishti. Then what is the Jiva Srishti there? Because of this pain, I project. That is Jiva Srishti. My own projection is the Jiva Srishti. The raw materials for the projections that are there in every buddhi, as the Bhagavad Gita says, Sarvesham buddhau ragadveshau vyavasthitau. In every buddhi, ragadvesha has already been arranged. Ishvara Srishti. Oh, that's great. Then I can get angry at everybody starting tomorrow. Beware, all of you. I can get angry. One can say, Read the fine print. What is the fine print? Tayoho vasham na agachet. Don't come under the spell of those ragadveshas. There is your reckoning. There is your retribution. There is your liberation. That is the way out of the pratibhasika maze in which one feels trapped. That is the way out of the maze. Amazing, isn't it? Yeah. Tayoho vasham na agachet. Yes, I am angry, but I don't have to project it. And when I'm aware, in the beginning, what happens? I know after I'm angry, for example. After I have had a sad bout, then I recognize, oh, I was angry, I shouldn't have said that, shouldn't have done that, shouldn't have done that. That's why the word sorry is in the language. Atonement, prayashchitta is there in the language. So then, after some practice and after some abhyasa and after some Vedanta, what happens? Sometimes I understand I'm angry when, as I'm screaming at the other person, then I realize I'm angry. Oh, but that means there is no change. There is change. Before, I only understood that what havoc I had created. Afterwards, urdhvam, you know, yeah, ragasya urdhvam. After the raga had expressed itself, now as it is unfolding, krodhasya madhye, in the middle of the anger, I'm recognizing, and again with little more Vedanta, little more practice, just before I get angry, I understand. Then what do? I just smile and say to the other person, I'm not able to talk to you right now. Why? Because I'm very angry. Let us talk later. You see, we have volition over the projection. So this is on the individual level. On the individual level, so they see that this is the avarna. Avarna is unconscious. The covering is the unconscious mind, and then the projection is what? Vikshepa. Just like Maya Shakti, there is the same thing is there on the micro and the macro levels. Micro level, what is the avarna? Unconscious, the storehouse of raga, dveshas, pain, sorrows, everything, all the memories of experiences, everything. And what is the projection? The adhyasa is the wrong, therefore, the wrong perceptions, the incorrect ways of seeing it, wrong perception about myself, about the Jagat, about Iswara, about the relationship between all three, not recognizing all three are one. This is the projection. Now let us look at from the Iswara standpoint. What is the avarna? What is the avarna on the collective level? Not
Maya.
Knowing one's Maya Shakti, avarna. Our Maya Shakti has two powers. Maya is the avarna. So not knowing my own nature is avarna. Correct? And then so I remove the avarna. Then what is Ishvara's Vikshepa? The whole Jagat is Ishvara's Vikshepa. So on the collective level, do I remove the veiling power or do I remove the Vikshepa? Veiling power. Yeah, also spelt as Wailing, wailing. That which makes me wail is the veiling power. Yes, I have to remove the avarna because the vikshepa means the whole manifest bahu bhavanam, this bahu bhuta jagat. This jagat which has become many, which is Brahman, which has become many, manifold jagat, that is what the vikshepa. The vikshepa does not bite. Vikshepa only bites because of avarna. When the veil of my own unconscious, ajnanam, not knowing, is removed, then Brahman in the form of Jagat shines. I can easily Ishvarize the entire Jagat. I can see every tree as Ishvara. I can see the most annoying person as Ishvara. Maybe after they have left the room, but nonetheless, we have to begin somewhere. Yeah. There goes a very annoying Ishvara, you can say, you know. Yeah. But but because the avarana is not there, the vikshepa does not cause any problems at all. This is at the collective level. Now let's look at the individual level. What is the avarana? Unconscious mind. What is the vikshepa? The resulting wrong perceptions are called vikshepa. So here what do I remove? Vikshepa I remove. Avarana I cannot remove. Why? Ishvara Srishti. Unconscious mind will not go anywhere. It will stop biting. It will stop becoming Jack in the box. Surprise! Ah, boo! It doesn't say that anymore. Or even if it says that, you say, okay, I'm not you. So go away. I'm not the unconscious mind. I'm able to say that. So, this way, there is a very important connection. See how beautiful it is. The individual level and the collective level are interconnected in the sense that the third order of reality, which is Pratibhasikam, is not outside of Atma, Brahmatma, not outside of Ishvara. And in fact, that which is the cause of the Pratibhasika, namely the unconscious mind, is Ishvara Srishti. I don't have a say over having an unconscious mind. I have a say over managing the projections as a result of the unconscious mind. The projections are due to ajnanam. Of course, everything is due to ajnanam. This is at the individual level of the antakarna. Now, at the macro level, what do we have? We have again, see, this is the Maya Shakti as avidya coming out on the individual level. Now, Maya Shakti has all knowledge and a Shakti for Brahman. She has two powers. One is ajnanam for the individual, and then the avarna, and the other one is projection. There on the macro level, we take care of the avarna. We take care of Atma Ajnanam. Avarna goes, the Jagat shines as Brahman, as Ishvara. It shines as a benign presence, which is just an extension of my own presence. Now that may be too far to go. So what we have to do is first say everything is Ishvara. And that Ishvara is me, therefore everything is me. So this is the three orders of reality. Now, when we look at this, so then some extreme Vedantins, and they are correct actually, or in the medieval times, in I think 15th, 16th century, there was one Prakash Atman, and then he just came up with this Drishti Srishtivada. Srishti Drishtivada, same thing. Meaning, what have they did away with one order of reality and only had two. Can you guess which two? So we have three: Paramarthika, Vyavaharika, Pratibhasika. They took away one. Which one did they take away? Paramarthika, if you take away, there's nothing. There's no need. Yeah. Yeah, they took away the middle one, Vyavaharika. That's a bold move. Vyavaharika means the manifest universe, the manifold universe they took away. So this whole portion, asanne vasabhavati, and then what's so kamayat bahusyam praja yeti. They took away all that. Took away means cognitively disregarded that. Why? Because the so-called vyavaharika is not a pure vyavaharika. That is the contention. Why is that a contention? Because when I look at anything, it is vitiated by my own ragadveshas. There is no such thing as an objective reality. No, but I'm a jnani, one can say. I see everything objectively. Then what are you seeing? I see everything as Ishvara. What is Ishvara? Paramartha, Paramatma. So I'm seeing only Paramarthik. Okay, then why are you calling it Vyavaharika then? No, 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 I'm ajnani. I'm seeing everything, as a cause of sorrow. Where is this sorrow? Right here. Okay, then that has nothing to do with what is out there. So in either case, whether you're a jnani also, then what? Jagataha vismriti prayah. Mostly it is forgotten. So there is no role that the Jagat is playing. There is no role of cake or egg. Yeah, cake goes with egg. Like like cookie goes with sukhi. Yeah, there is no cake, there is no egg, there is no samosa, there is nothing. Nothing is there. That vyavaharikam sat you take away, and then what do you have? You have pratibhasika and paramarthika. Paramarthika, if it's not understood, it manifests as what? Pratibhasika. But it's got some problems there also, in terms of, I mean, that is the ultimately where we are going. That is ultimately where Mandukya Upanishad will take us also. But it is like there is a time for that, and there is a time for this. Right now it is good because especially we come from various psychological pictures, one of which is dissociation. Very easy to get disconnected from one's own body, one's own reality. One suffers from a kind of a cognitive dissonance. And so, for such a person, you say already they are not feeling like the world exists. They don't feel connected to people, connected to things. In fact, they need to be told to walk barefoot and on the Ganga, to walk barefoot in the grass, to feel everything. That is what they need to do. But instead, you tell them there is no Vyavaharika, and it exacerbates that. So in the beginning, we need these three orders of reality to be able to be firmly grounded in Vyavaharika and to see Vyavaharika as Ishvara, and thereby connect with Paramarthika. That is it is there everywhere. We sometimes the lessons are more advanced than what we can take. Like in the Panchadashi, what is that? In the 10th chapter, there is an advice given in the middle of the 10th chapter, Nataka Deepa. So what is the advice given? The Vidwan, once you study all these books, take them to the Ganga and then throw them one by one. So while teaching that verse, I have to remind everybody we are not at that stage yet. So here also, we are not at that stage yet. Okay, more we'll see next week. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Om Namah Shivaya. Careful, careful of your head, yeah. Give me that, yeah. Is there enough for, there is one Musambi there also behind, if there is not enough. Here. Very nice apples. Here, take. Please close the door when you go. Yes, let's give first online. Yes, very nice apples in a beautiful listing. Yeah. Prasad, yeah. Communal prasad for everybody. And soon we'll be in Dwapara Yuga, which means we can teleport these apples. Yes. We can easily teleport them. Until then, yeah, you can have Priya, not Moda and Pramoda yet. Only Priya. Ishtavastu Darshanam. Oh. Very fancy packing, huh? Very nice. Yeah. It looks like a cake, but it is much healthier than the cake. Yeah. Renu, come. Done? There is one Musambi. Give me that. Yeah. And then there was something else here. There are some things. All right. See you all next week. Take care. Om.